comes to sprinting or any sport that involves running, hamstring injuries are one of the most common. And so in this video, I'm going to give you guys 4 hamstring exercises that you can add to your training. So the first one is the Swiss ball hamstring rollouts. Okay, so in this one, you're lying on your back, you've got a Swiss ball, both feet on top of the ball, and you are going to extend out your legs and then roll them back into you. And this is a great hamstring exercise, so your hamstrings are working both eccentrically and concentrically. But yeah, double leg Swiss ball hamstring rollout, it's a great exercise to add to your training. I like to do it as a finisher after I've run. I like to do it at that point there, but you can include it in any point in your training. You can include it, you know, at the end of your gym session or however you want to. It's a body weight exercise, but because it doesn't include that stability, it's a little bit more challenging than it looks. You get to work your whole body as a whole, having that nice straight line through your body, which is what you would have when you're sprinting as well. So that is the first exercise. So the second exercise that I'm showing with you guys is the single leg eccentric leg curls. Okay, so I'm using a seated leg curl machine. I only have the seated leg curl machine in the gym that I am at, so that's what I have to demonstrate in this video. So with this one, what you're going to do is 2 legs concentrically, and on the eccentric motion, which is when you are lifting your leg back up again, you're going to lift one leg off of the machine so that only one leg is actually taking the load on the way back up, right? And so we're doing 2 legs down, so we're lifting a heavier weight than if we were to leg curl down with 1 leg and up, right? So if you're doing the leg curl with 1 leg only, you're less likely to lift as heavy. So you can lift a little bit heavier and you can get greater gains when it comes to building that strength. And so double leg down, single leg up, lift 1 leg off and control the movement on the way back up. I like to alternate, so 2 legs down, lift up the right leg on the way back up, 2 legs down, lift up the left leg on the way back up. So you can work it how you want to. You could do the same leg and then change to the other leg, but single leg eccentric leg curls, eccentric exercises in general are very good. When you're working eccentrically, your muscle is lengthening and you're strengthening the muscle in its lengthened position. It's a great way to train your hamstring to be able to take load. It's a great way to increase the range at the same time, as well as building strength. And it's a great way to build that neural connection as well, your mind-body connection, so you're able to feel your hamstring actually working and just become a bit more injury resistant, right? So the third exercise I'm going to give you guys is the single leg RDLs. Now I do have a whole video about the RDL and its variations, but all of them that I show in that video are all double leg variations. Okay, so if you haven't seen that video, check that video out because it's a great video and I go into depth. It's a full tutorial. Like I said, I go through all the different variations, how to do the RDL, etc, etc, so check that out. But the single leg RDL is again another great exercise. It's another variation of the Romanian deadlift, but it's 1 leg. You're not going to lift as heavy again, but it's a great exercise for strengthening your hamstring, and it's really good to work unilaterally as well as bilaterally. Okay, why are my words always mixed up today? You want to work single legs as well as double legs, so you want to be able to have strength in both, because when you work single leg exercises, you're able to see if there's any imbalances, which I spoke about in this video, but you're able to see if there is any imbalances and you're able to identify that a little bit easier and then be able to focus a little bit more on 1 leg and the other. Whereas when you do double leg exercises, the double leg RDL, sometimes sneakily one of the hamstrings can be working more or taking more of that load without you actually realizing. So the single leg RDL is a really great exercise, especially if you've been injured, to be able to identify that and to be able to slowly but surely build up strength in the same leg and also work on your balance, which is really great as well. And the last hamstring exercise that I put in this video for you guys is Nordics. Okay, so I'm going to just say Nordic drops because I'm still in a place where I'm not quite that confident when it comes to Nordics per se, but again, it's another eccentric exercise. It's double leg, and I'm using, I just use whatever I can. So you may have, I cannot remember what it's called, where you can actually put your legs, but I just find somewhere that I can put my feet underneath, which I'm utilising in this video, and that's what I use to do my Nordics. But if you have someone to hold your feet, you can have that as well. But essentially the idea of Nordic is that you are lowering yourself down slowly and your hamstrings are lengthening as you're lowering down to the ground. It's a great exercise. So you can practice first of all just the lowering position, so where you are lowering down to the ground, so that will just be the Nordic drop. And as you get stronger, you should be able to then begin to lift yourself back up as well. I have to touch the ground before I'm able to come back up at the present time. To be honest, I might be able to do it, but I'm still a little bit nervous with my hamstrings to try that. But Lowering it down is the first way you can do it. So you just lower down, and then when you get to the floor, you just, you know, sit back up again and start again. Or you can lower down, touch down, and then lift back up again. But if you are off of the ground, your feet are in the, I can't remember what it's called, you know what I mean? If your feet are in the thing, then when you're lowering down, you will have to lower back up. So you'll just go as far as you can to enable yourself to come back again. So there you go, guys. That's 4 hamstring exercises that you can add to your training. Let me know which is your favorite one in the comment section below. And if you like the video, guys, please give it a big thumbs up to help me accelerate my channel, to let the algorithm know so that more athletes like you can see this video. And if you haven't seen my video where I take you through all the different RDLs and variations of RDLs and how to do the RDL, then check that video out over here. And I'll see you guys on another Friday. Bye, guys.